morning from my neck of the woods. Today we're going to try something a little different. Oh, that should be my name of my channel. We're going to take some rust. I found these in the Utah desert. They're a little rusty and definitely pitted, so they're perfect for experimenting. And we're going to use electricity and water to make it great. Electrolysis is a great rust remover. A lot of preservation societies use it because it doesn't remove metal. It only removes rust, and it's fairly ecologically sound, I guess, because you're using water, sodium bicarb or baking soda is what I have. And so with that, let me walk you through it. I am not a professional. If you're going to try this, use all the safety that I don't, probably. Everything's unplugged right now. What I'm doing is I have a piece of wire here, and I'm taking off that little varnish finish. And I don't normally do 2 items at once, but this time I am. So we're going to take these 2 and wipe them in, wrap them in. What am I saying? Gee. And the water bath I'm using is a little big, but I wanted to do it so that I could film and hopefully you could see what's going on. I don't know how well that's going to work, but we're going to try it, right? So we're going to submerge those. I'll show it to you in a second here. And again, everything's disconnected, but we're going to get everything hooked up and ready before we power anything up or plug anything in. And then you need a sacrificial piece of iron or metal. I have this bolt. I think it was a bolt for a guardrail, I think. But anyway, you want to hook that up. I think I didn't take the coating off of this side. There we go. And what I'm going to do, hang on. Oh, that's good. Wrap it up. You drop that in. You don't want them to touch under the water here. That's not good. Okay? So our negative is going to go to the thing we want to take the rust off of. The positive is going to go to our sacrificial piece. One more ingredient, and more, I should have planned out a better way to show this, but we're just going to put the magical baking soda. I'm using this much. That's probably too much, to be honest, but you really can't have too much, so that's what I do. And I am going to do just like I do with you. I'm going to agitate it. Get her mixed up in there. Oh, yeah, look at that. So as I said, I've had this thing, I just wiped off the layers of dust. I've had this since, I can't even tell, it's been so many years. And it's charged dead Volkswagens and done electrolysis. That's all it's ever done. But it's done it well. Excuse me while I get in your way. Okay, so we have our negative to our positive. We're going to plug we have the negative to our parts we want cleaned, our positive to the sacrificial metal. We're going to plug her in. I've got the door open because it's going to release gases. And we're going to start it out here. It's a 2 amp. So we're going to put her on 2 amp and see what she does. So through the miracle of editing, the reason I wasn't seeing any draw is because I had the parts. Remember I said I use this bigger bath so you could see into it. Normally I use this 5-gallon bucket. So now I've got them closer and you can actually see the bubbles coming off of the parts, mostly by where the wire's hooked up. And I may have to tighten that at some point. I don't think so. Usually I just do it the same way. So we're going to let it run for about 20-30 minutes. And then we'll come back and check it and go from there. We may have to flip them over, but you can already see that I think you can see it. Yeah. I'm going to take in closer though, just in case you can't. So hold on. Oh yeah, now I know you can see it. So she's a bubbling up, good and strong. So how about we go finish our coffee and we'll be back. All right, y'all, I just want to give you an update. I switched out from this big container because I think just too much area. I put them in here, and it's been in here for about 30 minutes, actual running time, because I redid, all my connections. And that's about 30 minutes of run time. I'm going to probably let it go another hour and just, because these things are really corroded. I probably should have brushed some of it off first, but that wouldn't be a good test and it wouldn't be as much fun. So yeah, we're making rust soup. So I'll be back. So we're going behind the scenes. This is what happens when you're waiting on something. So you decide, 1, to clean out your toolbox. 2, maybe a light sanding on top of this. Oh wait, I have a spot over here. I can put something together to put this up on. And then you realize that things are falling behind that you didn't think would after you finished you're cleaning the garage. So now you've got everything torn apart so you can nail this board just to keep things from sliding right off the back when the bench is vibrating. And this is how we wind up spending hours in the garage when we didn't mean to. All right, well, this was going to be a quick little video on how to use electrolysis to get rid of rust. I refinished my workbench top. I think I'll show you that I'll show you that in a minute. I cleaned out my top drawer of my toolbox, finished up some other tools. Anyway, it snowballed, all because I had to wait for a little bit. So first thing, we're gonna unplug that. We're gonna disconnect, even though it's definitely dead now, but we're still gonna be safe. Disconnect those. And I'm not gonna, at least not today, show you how to restore these, but I'm gonna show you. Wow, these are pitted really bad. I was gonna make a little horseshoe pit in my alley. I don't think they're worth that, but we'll see. Stranger things. Hold on. Let me get my cutters here. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the water. That's the sacrificial piece, which we can actually brush off and use again. And I don't think this is going to really show much difference for you. That's the shoe. All the big chunks are off. And with some water and a scrub, it'll take it'll clean it up the rest of the way. Let me take them to the hose for a minute and I'll show you the final result. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't film well, but the bulk of the chunky rust is off. I think the water tells the story more than what you see there. Maybe I will clean them up some more and get some paint on them. I don't know. That'll be another video. But ta-da! I didn't completely restore it. I just put a finish on, quick sand finish, backrest, took it out, swept everything behind it, laid out the shelf that's going to hold this box when I can get back on my workbench. And I cleaned up my top drawer. I've showed you that like 3 times by now, I bet. But anyway, thanks for coming into the garage today. I also blew it out, cleaned up. I'm trying to maintain what I did however many months ago when I started this journey. And overall, I'm not totally mad at myself. We'll see you next time. Thanks.